Hello and welcome. Now I'm going to be sharing with you why on earth I am doing a no buy for a third year in a row. Now I just filmed my rules. If you want to check that out, you can get a bit of a sense of an idea how you might set up and create your own rules for the coming year if you're thinking of doing a no buy / low buy in 2022. But I wanted to share with you why I want to do this challenge and why I'm continuing this challenge and what I really love and get out of this challenge. So I'm going to share with you my whys. So like when I create a no buy, low buy page or spread, I always have a little section where I write what is my why for doing this challenge. And for me, one of the things is to maintain a sense of order while still letting a few things come into my life. So that's one of my motivations for continuing this challenge after 2 years of already doing. I really want to keep clarity and like sort of structure around my shopping, but still allow for a few things to come in to have a bit of a flexibility. That's why I have my allowances. And I also just know when I'm doing these challenges, the reality is I'll probably buy some stuff that might be on my no buy list, and that's okay. Like last year I bought a couple of items that had nothing to do with my allowances, and I don't beat myself up about it. And the fact that I buy so few things, usually those little things that slip in here and there are things that I really appreciate, I really enjoy, and I get a lot of value out of, which is another reason for why I love to do this challenge, is that when I do purchase something, it means so much to me for so much longer. Like I get a high of shopping from buying like one thing that will last quite literally months, potentially years, because there's some things that I've purchased at the beginning of my no buy that I still have that I still really love. And that's because I feel like when you're not buying stuff all the time, you're not constantly getting that like new shopping spark or feeling or whatever it is, and so that the things that you have bought, even if it was like 4 months ago, still bring you joy. Like I bought a winter coat, I mean I think it was only a month ago now, but every time I look at it I'm just like, I love this thing. Like it makes me happy each time I put it on, and I feel so warm when it's cold outside and it's snowing. I'm just so happy. I thought about this purchase, I made a conscious choice to buy it, I looked for a really good quality one as well, I did my research, and I love this thing that I have. And I think it's okay. Like, you know, I got really into minimalism, and you know, you kind of, in minimalism, I guess the philosophy is to really sort of like disconnect yourself from stuff and like not value stuff. Like one of the minimalist quotes is like, love people, not things. And like, I do agree with that. Obviously people should always be people, and pets that like are always going to be on a very different pedestal than like the things you have. But I don't think it's bad to necessarily love and really care about the things that you like, which is why I feel like when I got into minimalism, I came at it through KonMari and then went into like the whole minimalist thing. And I think when I was in minimalism, I got really cold and really strict and really focused on numbers, and you know, it was good to go there, it was good to experience that, but it's not where I want to stay. I want to find a very different relationship to my stuff, and that's kind of, the no buy has really helped me to do that, because I'm able to really still hold structures around minimalism and not over shopping and buying things, but at the same time still value and have a bit more of that KonMari element into my life, which is like, I still love things and I still really appreciate the things I have, and I think that that's okay. I love playing with makeup, and that's fine. Like this idea that you have to just be cold and not appreciate the things you have, or like, I think there's an idea of appreciating in minimalism, but I think there's still this element of disconnecting from your stuff, and that it shouldn't make you as happy as it maybe does. And so that's for me why I really love this challenge, is I feel like it has been able to find that balance between that kind of minimalism and the KonMari, and just for me it just works. It just works really well. So I really like it. So that's another element of why I'm doing this challenge, is this constant, it's not constant, but it's like this long-lasting effect of when I do buy something, the gratification just lasts a lot longer than when I'm buying stuff all the time, because I'm buying less, and it just, then the things that I do buy have a lot more meaning because there's been a lot more conscious decision making around it. There's probably been quite a lot of research into the thing that I do buy, and I really do like that. I would like this to become my new normal. So that's a new rule that not a rule, sorry, I'm getting confused. I just talked about my rules. I'm doing my why. So that's a why that I have, is actually that for me, like I said, that this is such a nice balance for me, where it finds that in between trying to keep things simple, live a nice minimal life and focus on the things that really add value, but at the same time enjoy and love the things I have and be happy to buy things every now and again, and like allow that new palette to just spark so much joy and so much creativity that it's totally fine. But also, yeah, to have that normality that actually buying less is normal for me, that I won't ever really slip back into a shopping relationship where I'm buying new things, like multiple new things every single month, potentially 20 new clothing, 30 new clothing items a year. Like that I don't really want to do anymore, because I'm so happy and content where I am, and I want this to be normal for me and to normalize that, which is why I'm continuing to do this challenge for a third year in a row, to really care and value what I already have. I already kind of talked about that as well, which is another element, is just, yeah, to be happy. Like I got a new laptop in 2021 and I love it. I'm caring for it. I appreciate it so much, but I only do appreciate it so much because I had, my other laptop I had from 2012 or 2011, so that it was 10 years old, and so I hadn't repurchased a new laptop every couple of years. And so when I did buy this one, like every time I use it I'm like, oh my god, it's a dream. It's so much faster than the other one, and it just gives me so much more gratification. I care about it so much. I'm always like cleaning it, like making sure that it doesn't get lots of dust in the keyboard and stuff. And yeah, it's great to be able to care for and love and value what you have, and to keep life simple and focus on the joy. So that's kind of like where I want to be. That's kind of a quote that I really want to hold for myself, is like, yeah, of course I want to keep life simple, and I really want to use that tool of minimalism to help do that, but at the same time I want it to be filled with joy. And I have definitely approached minimalism in the past with somewhat of an unhealthy mindset, where it was really just about doing massive declutters, getting rid of every single thing that wasn't practical, basically. Like I never kept things because they were beautiful and I just loved them. I was only keeping things if it was practical and I was using it. And so when you have that element, it kind of becomes a little bit cold. And I'm definitely someone that loves color. I love warmth. I love like making cozy spaces, and I'm not going to like not do that out of minimalism because I want to have a life. Like I think you can have a really beautiful, simple life and still purchase things, still get enjoyment out of makeup or whatever it is your little hobbies are that might involve purchasing things, to buy a new dress and to be totally stoked that it's not, doesn't have to fit in with your perfect capsule wardrobe. It's just beautiful, and that's why you buy it and you feel happy in it, and that's okay. So for me, that is kind of my why. That's my big reason for doing this challenge for yet a third year in a row, and kind of where I'm at with things, you know, like I still really appreciate minimalism and everything I've learned. I'm happy that I went down into that sort of deep dark place of minimalism and I've found my way out, because I think I've learned so much in that process. But where I'm at now, who I am as a person, what I really value and align with, just it makes sense to do a no buy, because I feel like it helps find that balance and to normalize that behavior for myself and to just feel comfortable and happy with where I'm at. So anyway, if you want to check out the rules, I will link that video for you. That might give you a bit of an idea. I hope this was useful to sort of like know where I'm at and why I am doing the challenge for 3 years in a row. And yeah, I hope if you're interested in doing a no buy low buy, let me know down in the comments and let me know your why. Like, what is your big motivation for doing this? I can do another whole video on benefits, which I think is a whole different thing into itself, or some of the benefits I've experienced, which is not going to be the same for everyone. But this is my why, which is kind of a different thing. So this is why I'm doing a no buy challenge. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!